Hi everyone, and it is Rob here again, out for another camping trip today. My last video, I was planning to camp in a spot up on the snowfields when it actually is snow season. However, this weekend's been pretty average weather and the temperatures have been pretty low, and there was actually snow up there, so that wasn't going to happen. But what I have done, where I camped last night, I found another campsite relatively close, usually very popular, very popular, but I believe I did see a notice that it had just reopened, and maybe people didn't get the notice, but it is looking pretty nice and the place is empty. From what I can see here, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 other campers, and this is a massive campground, so yeah, the notice mustn't have gotten through to most people, and I've got this whole section just here behind me all to myself. So I think this spot over here, the grass is a little bit long, but that's fine. I've got a fire pit, and after today being up in the snow, that cold temperature just really getting into me, I still feel cold and wet right now, so I might get the fire cracking. I'll set up first and then we'll relax by the fire. So just looking around, it is pretty obvious it has just reopened. Usually when you come to a campground, the grass isn't this long, and looking at this fire pit here, there's actually grass growing in it, so yeah, it looks like I was right. It had just opened this weekend, so the message hadn't got around to people, thankfully, and they've probably made plans to go to other campgrounds. So looks like tonight will be a pretty peaceful one, and yeah, won't be kept up by people with music playing throughout the night, but that didn't really worry me last night. I slept like a log. Anyway, let's get all this set up. Okay, so there's the tent all set up. Now I just need to dry it out a little bit inside. Last night it did leak a little bit, and got some places in here that are covered in water. I don't think a few towels are really going to make too much of a difference, but at least we can say we tried. Yeah, just in some parts it's very wet. I think it might be time to update my 3-man tent. The seams might be leaking, but that's okay. It'll get me through this trip, like it has plenty of time. Okay, so it's not as wet inside. You know, it was good at using those towels to clean it out. Yeah, just leaking at the seams a little bit, I think, that one. But it's only a cheap tent, and I've had it for many years now. Been on many trips with it. It's just the bigger version of the current 2-man tent that I take on most of my trips, which unfortunately is also going to need replacing. It's yeah, been needing to be replaced for quite some time, but I don't know, just have an attachment to it. Anyway, let's get everything else set up, throw in all my sleeping gear so I don't have to worry about that later. Okay, there is everything inside. Got my sleeping bag, pillow and pad, my believe it's -8 degrees Celsius sleeping bag. It's pretty wet on the outside, but inside it seems to be fine. But just down the lower end seems to be where most of my things got wet last night. So I'll have quite a lot to dry out when I get back home. What have I got? 2 tarps, 2 tents, 2 sleeping bags, the sleeping mat, and the pillow. But hey, that's what you have to do when you go camping sometimes. Yeah, take the good with the bad, and yeah, I guess hanging something up to dry isn't too bad, is it? Okay, so with the fire pit, there are a few branches around, so I might just break these down just to burn later. They are wet, so not the greatest to burn straight away. We'll get a fire started with, but I've brought timber with me, so I don't have to worry about that. And might try and pull out these grass shoots. They just smoke whenever you burn something green. Geez, they've really set themselves deep in some spots. Look at that. It's a massive clump of soil attached to that grass. There's another one. Definitely first use in a long time. Alrighty all, so we're getting into this pretty fast. I just really want to have a fire. So let's get some of these fire starters. And let's just get these thrown on the fire pit. Throw a couple on. They'll all catch. I figure the more the better sometimes. Oh, and there goes the fire patrol. They just drove past, so good thing. Safe with fire. I've just got some kindling pieces here. Just some very dry, small pieces of timber. I have a whole another bag in the car as well, just in case this isn't enough. Okay, so while I wait for my fire to really take off, it's only just starting out, but it'll get there. Why not have a step 2? Not going to be a beer tonight. I actually have a Captain Morgan spiced rum and cola can. So this one's 6%, 375ml can, 1.8 standard. So decent strength or alcohol content for a can. So let's give it a go. I don't mind a rum. That's pretty good. And I don't have to mix it myself, so even better. And it's so peaceful here. I was just looking around, listening. You know, some people down the back, they do have some music going, which is, yeah, fine. Everyone does it when they go camping in a group. has some music going, you know, having a bit of fun. But yeah, it really beats that first place I was going to go camping at today, that mountain that was actually snowing. Yeah, it probably would have got to, well, it was -1 while I was there. Probably would have gone down to even further, -5, -6, who knows. Overnight it would have been freezing, even colder than what it already was. So this definitely beats that. Quiet spot, relaxing, and I'll have a pretty awesome fire going by the end of it. So I'll keep you guys updated on the fire, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy a couple of these. That, everyone, just there, that is the kookaburra. Usually they don't let you get this close to them, they usually fly away, but this guy seems to be pretty confident around people. So that's the laughing bird that sometimes you hear in my videos. Very strange noise that it makes. I don't know how to explain it, it just sounds like someone laughing, having a big chuckle to themselves. So that is a noise made by that bird there, the kookaburra. Alrighty, so the fire is going pretty well. I've just thrown on a piece of hardwood or a redwood log, so I hope I have enough embers to keep that going. Should be fine though. I'm going to be sitting up for, well, hopefully quite a while tonight. I'm going to enjoy tonight, seeing as it's the last day of the trip. And yeah, hopefully the rain holds off as well, unlike last night. So touching wood, got my fingers crossed, that will be sweet. Anyway, before walking through all that snow, that wet terrain up on the mountain, my feet were just drenched. My shoes were waterlogged, and I've just been putting up with it all day. So finally got the chance to change into my boots that I probably should have been wearing when I was doing that hike. A pair of thermal boots. So yeah, my feet are definitely a lot drier, a lot warmer now, and I already feel a lot more comfortable. So yeah, lesson for next time. If the terrain doesn't look too good, wear the boots. Don't wear the shoes that have taken a beating so many times and probably need a new pair. Anyway, just going to keep an eye on this fire. I'm not sure if I'm going to cook anything tonight. I had some food not too long ago, so keep you posted on that. Might just do something easy, if anything at all. So just have to keep my eye on this. It looks like it's wanting to catch, it just hasn't yet. So we are starting to lose light slowly, but I've got enough to show you what I want to show you. Just want to go over towards the car and show you guys what the setup actually looks like from over here. It's pretty good, simple but good, and I think tonight will go pretty smoothly. Not many people around here, so I'm not going to expect to be, staying up all night due to loud music or anything like that. I don't mind staying in campgrounds sometimes, but this is what I prefer, just campgrounds that only have a few other campers and everyone can just relax and enjoy themselves. I'll go for a walk around the campground tomorrow. It does look pretty good from here. Everything's updated, everything's new in terms of fire pits. All these bollards, all brand new. New facilities for toilets. But all in all, I'm really pleased with coming here tonight. At first I wasn't even going to bother coming down here because I knew the name of this one when I saw the sign, and I said to myself, oh, I know that's a very popular campground and it's probably going to be busier than the one I was at last night. But no, that wasn't the case, and that article I read, or notice I saw saying that the campground was reopened, that must have been for this weekend, so couldn't be happier coming down here. And the fire's small, got my shoes drying out just there. The fire's small, but we'll get it going soon. Just have to slowly work the embers up until I can throw on a few more logs. Guys, that was the kookaburra. I'm not sure if I caught the whole call, but I did catch some of the noise the kookaburra makes. I'm not sure if he's going to do it again, but here we go. So you've probably heard that noise in a few of my videos. That was the bird that I caught over on the fence before. So they're pretty noisy and they have a pretty distinct noise. So pretty cool. I got to show you the bird that actually makes that sound, because a few people have asked me, what is making that noise? So now you can put a picture to the voice. Ooh, nothing stealthy about that. That just echoed across the whole campground. There are a few people still around, or still awake. You can probably see some lights in the distance. There's a fire, just some lights in people's camper vans or motorhomes, but looks like most people are either having a quiet night or they're already asleep and planning to get out early in the morning. So yeah, that wouldn't have been too great if I was in a stealthy location and people were around, but thankfully tonight that's not the case. Cheers, guys. Alrighty all, so I just thought I'd give everyone a bit of an update on how tonight's going. Pretty well so far. I've got this awesome fire here, which I will have to tend to in a moment. Throw some more wood on it or turn the logs a bit. It has been a little bit chilly. I have had a little bit of rain, and I was contemplating hopping in the tent, but it was only light, so I just stuck it out for about 10 minutes and then it died off again. So that was pretty good. Haven't cooked any food tonight. Earlier on today I stopped at a local brewery or pub and had a pretty amazing lunch. So that's, yeah, kept me going all the way up until now. So I'm not really hungry at all. It was a massive feed, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to stomach dinner if I cook any. So it'll just be a waste of food if I do that. But all in all, amazing night so far, and I'm just going to pretty much kick back here for, well, until these logs here burn down, and then I'll probably hit the hay. But I'll catch you guys before I head to bed. Alrighty everyone, so it's been raining for quite a little while now and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop, so I'll probably hop inside the tent soon, just hanging by this fire as close as I can right now, and it is going pretty well still. No doubt overnight this rain will put it out, but yeah, probably about time to hop into the tent and time to think about getting some sleep. Now, what time have we got? I haven't even looked at the time. It is, geez, it's only 8:31, so it's not too late at all. But this rain's been going for about 30 minutes, so yeah, I can't see it slowing down anytime soon. And it looks like most of the other campers here, if you can see them in the distance, there's not much you can see, but most of the other campers have packed it in for the night and headed to bed. So I probably won't be too far behind. I'm just gonna wait a little bit, enjoy the rest of this fire, and then hop into the tent. Alrighty everyone, so it's just about that time. I've hopped into the tent. The rain hasn't really slowed down. You can probably hear it on the tent roof right now, but that wasn't really a surprise. They've been holding up for the last 30 minutes when I last spoke to you, and it pretty much hasn't stopped since. So for the last 45 minutes, 50 minutes, it has been raining constantly, and most of the other campers have gone to bed. So it's just about time I head to sleep now as well. Anyway guys, I'm all tucked in bed. Got my massive -8 degrees Celsius sleeping bag on, so I'll be having a good night's sleep tonight. But anyway guys, I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning everyone. Had a amazing sleep last night and I don't want to get out of bed this morning. It's almost 9 AM, so I have stayed in the tent for quite a bit longer than I usually do, but I've had a very good rest, got a good sleep, and I think it's just about time to get up and start packing all this gear up. Okay everyone, today's looking pretty good, same as the last couple of days, but at least it's not raining this morning. That's a big plus. And there are either a few more people here or people have moved their cars out and they've packed them up ready to go. It looks like there's a few more people here compared to yesterday. They must have got here fairly late, because that one with the pop-up trailer set up, that was not there yesterday. Alrighty all, the rain is on and off, but it's quite light. It's not too heavy, the rain, so that's a plus. Now I'm just going to get all this packed up now. Most of the things in here are pretty wet. I just picked up my jacket before, and it's soaking wet, so going to have to add that to the list of things to dry out when I get home. My sleeping bag down the bottom, it's pretty wet, but it kept me warm overnight, so that's all that matters. And my sleeping pad, also something else I have to dry out when I get home. So yeah, quite a lot to do when I get home, but that's okay. It's part of going camping in this kind of weather. everything is just so much harder to pack away when it's wet. Folding up that tent there was just holding the air inside and I couldn't push it out. So it was pretty hard to actually get that in the bag, but I managed in the end. I don't think this one will be too difficult. It's just whatever this is made out of, some kind of plastic. It doesn't really hold water too much. It just wipes away, so this will fit in the bag fine. Okay everyone, just going to do a quick walk around this campground before it starts to get too heavy. So got some new tables scattered all around the campground. They're pretty sturdy, so that's good to see. Good to have a family picnic, even if you're not camping, just come down and use them. Fire pits all around the place. Looks like whoever was at this one before me went overboard, burnt the whole tree by the looks of it. So all the bollards brand new around the place, and I didn't notice this yesterday, but there's a little river through here, so that's actually pretty cool. I knew I heard water, I just didn't realise there was a river here. So awesome little thing to have. It just adds, those little things just add up and make the place even better than what it was before. So it looks like we've got a community notice board over here with no notices in it, but if the place just opened, that's not a surprise. Well, geez, it's not even locked, so yeah. I'm sure that will be filled up with local businesses advertising soon, selling firewood, timber, local community stores or fairs, festivals. That's usually what's advertised. So you've got this awesome little walk through here. I'm not sure if you can camp in the centre section here, but it is pretty nice. We've just got some toilets here, and there's some further down there, which I probably won't walk to, but there are more than one. And a sheltered picnic area, which is pretty cool. You're not going to get wet under here. So yeah, that's pretty much the campground on a whole. The rest is just more camping spots, another set of toilets, and yeah, just heaps of people. Okay everyone, just doing one last sweep of the campsite here and picked up all my trash. It's looking pretty good. Fire's out and the place looks just how we found it, so leave no trace. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. After yesterday, just ending up on a snowy mountain where I was planning to camp, that was definitely not happening yesterday, so came down to this site and was expecting this place to be a lot busier than what it was. So I'm actually really happy with how this camp turned out. I managed to finally get my fire going. You know, first night stealth camping, not really the greatest option to do it. The second night, pouring with rain, and finally last night, managed to get a good night with barely any rain or just a light rain, so we could get it going. So really enjoyed this one all, and I hope you did too. If you did, please throw down a like, give us a comment, and if you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. Don't know where my next trip will be, whether it's away from the city, more urban, but I guess I'll just see how I go, weather depending. I am keen to get out more, so keen to push out more videos for everyone to enjoy. So stay tuned for all that, guys. But until next time, stay safe, camp safe. I'm out.